She's beautiful. He's handsome. They have such smart children. They are such good parents. This is a good car. Have you ever said anything like it? It means that instead of sharing an observation, you are passing judgments. What's the difference? Would you like to find out how you can use it? Stay tuned. Hi, it's Sebastian Antonowicz, and this is my 5-minute psychology channel. Usually I talk about psychology and ways in which you can develop yourself or others. Let's talk about communication. There are so many different types of communication, and all of us, we like thinking about ourselves that we are good communicators. But is it true? Let's check if you have ever uttered any of the following sentences. This kid goes to a good school. He has good teachers. He has bad teachers. It's a bad school. He is smart. He is stupid. He is unintelligent. He is talented. He is gifted. He's such a good employee. She's lazy. She's a good dancer. She's overly sensitive. He never thinks about others. Now, what do all of these sentences have in common? Instead of sharing our observation about something or someone, we share a judgment on these people. Now, how do they differ in the first place? Well, when you make an observation, first of all, it's deprived of all of these emotional, judgmental elements. You concentrate on the mere facts. When you pass a judgment, this is more or less your point of view or someone else's opinion. How do they differ in communication? How do they change and how do they affect the way we communicate? Greatly, because whenever we pass a judgment, it automatically becomes much more difficult to convey the message we want to share. And also, it means that the other person we are talking to may be resistant to the knowledge we want to share with them, and they may not accept what we are saying. They can treat it as just our own opinion, and therefore being too subjective to care. What can we do about it? We can express exactly the same fact, but in such a way so that they are easily accepted by others. We have to get rid of all of these subjective elements, all of these judgmental parts, and therefore make sure that we concentrate purely on facts. Like, for example, what can you say instead of, "She is so talented"? Think a moment how you can concentrate on the non-disputable facts, on the objective aspect of the message. You can, for example, say that she plays the violin in the opera orchestra, which means that, if of course it's true, it means that she is good enough in order to play in a real orchestra, right? So in here, you do not concentrate on your perception of the fact that she plays in an orchestra, but rather on the mere fact itself. All right? Let's try again. She speaks really well this foreign language. All right? So this is a type of a judgment and your opinion about something. Let's check if you can transform it into a fact. Think for a second. Whenever she speaks this foreign language, she is able to communicate with all these native speakers that she meets. In this way, you concentrate on the actual fact, what she is able to do, what she does, something which is not subjective. You are just stating this fact, sharing this piece of information, whether she is or she's not a good foreign language speaker. This is the matter of judgment, and let's leave this decision to the person who is hearing what we are saying. Before we continue, if you want to get most out of this channel, please make sure to subscribe, always to get informed about the newest video. How about this one? They are wealthy. Once again, this is a judgment, because what does it mean to be wealthy? Let's try to transform this judgment into something more objective, concentrating on actual facts. You can say, for instance, they earn 500,000 per year. Let's not force our perception of the world onto others. This way, the process of communication is so much easier. It's so much easier to agree with facts than with opinions. So whenever you have this temptation to share an opinion about something or someone, make sure that this is an actual observation of a fact and not your interpretation of a fact. So, were you able to do all of these transformations right? Is it still a little bit difficult? Don't worry about it. Sadly, most of us have been using the aggressive type of a language in which we force our opinion onto others, and it takes time to practice the non-violent communication. That's the concept developed by Marshall Rosenberg, a psychologist, who taught us how well we can communicate. And this non-violent communication is the language that is used all over the world by most psychologists, because this way we know we can be truly listened and heard by others. A good suggestion would probably be to pay more attention to what we say to others and to concentrate on facts and not on our opinion. Observations are much more important than our opinions, subjective and judgments of others. Let me know in the comments if you were able to do all of these examples right, and I'll speak to you next time.